Welcome to the Ridgecrest Lost and Found podcast. In the same way that you have that lost and found bin in your church or your house or whatever, you don't know what's in it. It's very random. It's all the things. It could be a left sock. It could be a right glove. It could be sunglasses with something with the lens removed. We don't know what you're going to get into it the same way. You have no idea what we're doing today. I don't even know what we're doing today. My name is Logan.
I'm Steven.
And we have with us a guest. Ford, how's it going?
Yeah, it's going great.
Good. Tell us who you are, and then we'll get into it.
Yeah, so my name is Ford Rigney. I'm the youth pastor at Colonial Heights Baptist Church. My wife's name is Summer, and we have a 2-year-old named Sarah James.
What's your dog's name?
Breeze, named after Drew Brees.
We're big dog people here.
Yeah, she's
Big
a
dog
border
people,
collie. Loves to have a lot of fun. Wears me out. But my wife wanted a dog, and I said, if we get a dog, I get to name it. And so I named it after my favorite player.
So I had Captain when I was in college, and then when me and Megan got married, Megan said, I want a child. And I said, you already got Captain. We said we were going to wait. So, I don't see why we need to do this. And she said, okay, well, if we're not having if we're not having our first kid, I want another dog.
Yeah, that was
And
a
I was
mistake.
like, okay. So we got a second lab named Lady, and then 6 months later, she was pregnant.
Yeah, now you have 2 dogs and 2 kids.
And it's not just 2 dogs; it's 2 big dogs.
Uh-huh. Yeah, see, mine's not as big as yours.
No, but she's got energy.
She has a lot of energy. But I do know that we have a rule in our house. I like to hunt, and my wife says I can only put one dead animal in the house.
Right.
But if I add another, then we have to get another live animal, and so there will only be one dead animal in our house.
That's
'cause
a
I'm not getting any
horrific
more.
rule.
Yeah, she made it, and I just said, okay, sounds good.
What's the dead animal that's in
It's
the
the
house?
first buck I ever killed, so
That's
it's,
nice.
it's in the guest bedroom.
That's
I don't see it very
sentimental.
often. Yeah, it's nice.
You guys are crazy. Talking about another dog is a bad thing. I don't understand.
Well, they cost money, and then you got to take them to the vet, and they got to get shots.
And your dog keeps escaping and running everywhere.
That's irrelevant.
My dog's trained, so she doesn't do that.
Oh,
Yeah. She
How
doesn't
many
run.
dogs do you have, Steven?
I have 2. I've probably said this on the podcast twice already, but I'm going to do it again because I love my dogs. I have a husky lab named Flynn. And
Is that what Flynn is? Is a husky lab?
he's technically a husky lab chow. He's all of those things almost equal parts. He's mostly husky.
Okay.
What's a chow?
You know those really fluffy dogs with the
They got real
smushed face?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's got
You have no idea.
Those are the small ones, right?
No.
no,
Oh,
they're
they're
pretty
big?
big.
They're big.
They're
They're the
pretty
big scrunched up face dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's a husky chow lab, and Minnie is she's a little bit of everything.
Yes, she is.
She is, and we were told she's a dachshund terrier, so she's a smaller, probably medium-sized dog.
Mm-hmm.
But
We grew up with only rat terriers. I don't know if I ever told you that. We only had rat terriers.
Those are jump on you all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, we left them outside. That was back in the days where you could have just a pure outside dog.
And no one would be upset about you.
No,
Yeah.
yes. Nowadays, you would go to prison.
Yeah, that's true. Our dog's like our second kid. Well,
Yeah.
she's really our first kid because we had
'Cause
her
she's older.
first. Yeah,
Mhm.
she's older than Sarah James, but yeah, it's good.
It's good. Good. Well, the reason why I wanted you to come in was for lots of reasons, but I thought that we could have a conversation on sports because you like sports. You're I guess you participated at one point in life, but now you're a consumer of sports media.
Yep.
And,
Can't really play much anymore.
Well, I mean,
Sure.
you could,
I could, but it doesn't look very good. It doesn't look very good.
but since you are a big sports guy, I'm a huge sports guy, and Steven is the non-sports guy because we're sticking to stereotypes.
that's correct.
That's just
I call every sport sports ball, and everyone hates me for it. And
I'm sure
I
they do.
revel in that.
Yeah, that's weird.
So-
Although I'm not a stranger to all sports. You know this probably. We've talked about it before, but I at one point was nationally ranked as in archery. I was 13th in the nation.
I did know that, and I always forget that you were an archery guy. I'm not
That's
going to
impressive.
lie.
Thank you.
I thought you were going to talk about how you were a huge dodgeball guy, and I was like,
Brian
we're gonna
Wright's
have
not
that.
here. Brian Wright's not here, so I don't talk about it. He'll champion that for me.
So we have a guy on staff named Brian, and if you get Brian and Steven in a room, which happens very often,
Yep.
Brian will bring up a story about how Steven plays dodgeball. And one day, was it at a beach retreat?
So we used to have a dodgeball ministry for high school and college.
He said a dodgeball ministry.
It was.
That's big time. What did y'all just play dodgeball?
We played dodgeball. We had a devotion, and we played
Okay,
some more
devotion
dodgeball.
at the end. That's good.
You know,
That
it counts as
Yeah,
a
you
ministry.
added that.
It was a huge outreach
That's so you
thing.
can put ministry on the end of it and just have a little fun all at the same time. Yeah, that's good.
We used to
that's kinda
have
what we do.
like
Yeah, it's called youth ministry. Yeah.
we used to have 70 kids every Friday night for dodgeball here at Ridgecrest years ago. But you know, at one point we were able to do that. But it was a trip when I was a senior in high school. There was a beach dodgeball tournament that we did, and Brian, I don't know why he was there. I guess he was a chaperone, and he happened to be watching. And the way he tells it is that I was the only person left. There were like 3 people on the other team. They all threw the ball at me, and I rolled from my knees into a backflip in the sand and dodged everything. Like the way he tells it.
The way he tells it, Stephen was an Olympic gymnast
Yes.
who did a standing back tuck, like in midair, while the balls went through him like it was the Matrix.
That'd be fun to see. And if I tried to do that, I would break something.
But in actuality, he rolled backwards in the sand.
No, I think I actually did do a backflip because there was a random guy from another church who was like reffing. Because as soon as I dodged all of those, and then they threw another one, and I dove to catch it, and it bounced off my hands, hit me in the face, so I was out anyway. That's the part that Brian doesn't tell.
So you missed like
We don't-
you're like,
we never talk
we were
about that.
against 3 people, and I got up there and I was about to just kill it.
Yeah.
And I did this backflip and dodged it all, and then right after that I got out. I thought it was gonna be like a great story, like how you came back, you beat them all, but
No, Brian wasn't looking when I got hit.
Yeah.
But when I got hit, I walked off, and the ref dude was like, "Oh, you're out." Was that a backflip, by the way? And I just was like, I don't know what I just did because it was just like an instinctive thing. So
never
I have
done a
another
backflip
person.
in my life.
You think I have?
I don't know.
Negative.
It would take a lot for you to tuck those big long legs.
That's
in.
a lot of momentum
Yeah.
and some force. I can do a front flip like on a trampoline and like into a pool, but like that's
off a
that's-
diving board.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's it. There's got to be some propulsion to get me
There
going.
needs to be propulsion, and you need a lot of airtime, a ton of airtime.
Yeah, I have done that thing where you over rotate and then you just slap your forehead into the trampoline or the water. I've done that a few times.
It doesn't feel good.
Well, because you think like, oh, I've got to go full spin, like,
Yep.
as hard as I can, and then you just straight and you just smoke your face. But it's exciting.
So you should try that next time you get in the pool because you probably haven't done it in a while.
It's been a couple years.
And let Megan know that I insisted that you try it.
Yeah. The problem now is I'd be afraid of the weight limit of the diving board. I feel like those do have a braking capacity.
Make it really good. It'd make a really good video.
Yeah, it would.
You'd have to pay for the diving board, but it'd be a good video.
Can you even buy diving boards anymore?
Well, yeah.
Well,
you
like
can't just
none of
not-
your public places have them because of the liability stuff.
Yeah, but if you have like a indoor, like a pool at your house,
Yeah,
like
that's
you
true.
can. The pool places have diving boards.
Well, I don't have a pool, so how would I don't know that.
Okay, new plan: get a pool, then get a diving board, break it, buy a new diving board.
Yes.
You're gonna need to get a new job
Yes.
so you can have a pool in your backyard.
We'll start a GoFundMe. Anyway, you were talking about how archery is a real sport and you excelled at it.
Absolutely. You
Is
talk
it
as
a
if
real sport though?
We have a student. I don't know if you know this, Stephen. We have a student who's on the Germantown archery team. The highest she scored, I'm not going to have the number, but she was in like she was over 250.
okay.
So I think
Is that good?
Maximum's 300, isn't it?
It depends on what the competition is.
I think her max is 300, and she's done like upper two. Like
So
she's
it's like bowling.
yeah. Oh well, maybe that's what it is.
You might be
Bowling's
thinking-
300. That's how she.
I mean, each shot in archery is on a 10-point scale. It
can't
goes
be
from
300.
It can't be 300. Well, no,
What's bullseye?
They shoot a whole quiver.
bullseye's 10.
Well, then what are the other ones?
There's two.
See, it's at least an activity now.
Yeah, I mean,
So on an archery target, you've got yellow, red, blue, black, white. And there's two sections per color. So in yellow, it's 10-9, red is 8-7, blue is 6-5,
Okay.
kind of like that.
I doubt it's 300.
Lucy, if you're watching this, which I know you are, comment and tell me what your score is, your highest score. Like her dad has like a spotting scope
Oh wow.
because they do it in a gym, and so they shoot across the gym, and so he has like a spotting scope with the iPhone attachment. And he's watching it hit.
Do you know what kind of distance she shoots?
I have a few students that do it.
Whatever the width of a basketball stadium is.
So, okay.
Like I said,
I don't know sports ball. We've been over this.
Oh, yeah.
Stadium, court,
like they shoot
like the court,
like
they
they're at
shoot on the court.
Yeah, they're at Germantown Middle.
It's a court.
What did I say?
Stadium. Yeah.
We're off to a great start.
Yeah. You're the sports guy, though.
That's
so
right.
that
I'm
makes
a sports
sense.
guy.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right. What is? I have a thing that we can discuss. What is your favorite sports arena? It can be baseball, football, whatever that you've been to. We'll do that you've been to and that you want to go to. I assume that you want to go to is Wrigley.
I've been to Wrigley.
Oh, okay.
Yep. I watched them play the Cardinals when Sammy Sosa and Mark McGuire
Oh, that was
were there. It was a long time ago.
all the juice.
Yeah, yeah. They both hit one out. It was
Yeah.
awesome. Me and my dad went. It was like a father-son trip. So that one's pretty special. I'm a Cubs fan, so Wrigley's pretty special. I've been to Fenway, and I watched the Yankees and Red Sox play. Were you on that trip?
No, that was I
You were
was
too young?
no, I wasn't a Christian then.
Oh, well, that would do it because it was a mission trip. So
Yeah.
that would make sense. So that Fenway was pretty neat. But I would probably have to say the coolest, like that I've actually like watched an event at, or like that I've been in the stadium.
I'll allow both.
Okay, the coolest stadium I've probably seen is the Real Madrid Stadium in Madrid, Spain.
That's pretty cool.
It was pretty neat. We
You-
went over there.
You toured it? You didn't
Yeah, we
go to-
toured it. We didn't watch a game. I don't really like soccer,
Mhm.
but the stadium was pretty impressive, and we got to see it. We got to go in the locker room and in the dugout. It was pretty neat. Or I don't know. I think they call it a dugout. I don't know what they call it.
Just,
I'm not a soccer
the
person.
little
Yeah,
thing.
the little thing they sit in.
Yeah.
The players that don't play sit in. So I sat in one of the little Mercedes-Benz chairs.
Mhm.
You know, they're like super nice. So that was probably the coolest stadium I've been in. The best one I've watched is Wrigley, just because I'm a Cubs fan.
Yeah, that's a special
So,
place.
Yeah. My favorite game that I've ever watched, however, was at Duty Noble Field, regionals, and we were staying in the lofts in the new
Yeah.
Duty Noble.
The new one.
We were staying in the lofts that weekend, and so we got to watch the whole regionals in the loft on the balcony with my wife and daughter and some friends. That was probably my favorite one.
Are the lofts underrated or overrated?
Oh, they're perfectly rated.
They're worth it.
Yeah, they're worth it.
That's.
I mean,
cool.
I don't own it. I
That
just
is
went.
true.
You know, so like to me, it was perfectly rated because I didn't have to pay for it. But yeah,
That's nice.
yeah, they are somewhat expensive.
Steven, have
Yeah.
you ever been to a sporting game?
That plays what do you call a game? Sports
Sports
balls.
Yeah.
Yeah, sports ball.
So if we go by the rules of sports ball being any sport that utilizes a ball, no, never been.
But track and field's a sport, and that doesn't. Well, it has shot put.
Well, that's not sports ball.
shot put.
What do you call it?
Track and field's not a sport.
You just call it track?
Running,
Huh. What's chess?
chess.
A board game?
It's chess.
I say it's a board game, and my students really don't like that.
I don't.
Because they say it's a sport, and I'm like,
We have some chess people at here as well, but I don't know if I call it just a board game, but it's not a sport.
It's not a sport in the same way that I don't like esports. Those aren't sports.
I would call it.
That's true.
I would call it a highly competitive strategy game.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
that is
yeah.
a good assessment, but also it's very impressive how they do it. I can't play chess. I've never played it in my life, nor do I want to. And my students have tried to teach me, but I'm like, I'm out.
But it's not an.
But I don't think it's a sport.
It's not athletic. There's no athletic prowess to chess. It's all
It's the
between.
brain power.
It's between the ears.
Yeah, which is why I'm not good at it.
I mean, you and me would rock some like checkers though.
Oh, dude, checkers is where it's at. I love some checkers.
So what's the difference to you between like why yes to checkers, no to chess?
Because checkers, you don't have to think. You just jump. Like, you just jump different pieces. Chess is like a whole strategy. Like
This
you
is
can
going to
play
blow your mind.
100
There
different
is
ways.
strategy in checkers.
Well, I mean, but not like chess.
That's true. That's true.
So one of our chess kids, someone he knows, or just he knows people that, because in chess you memorize strategies and moves and all that stuff. Apparently, you can memorize all the possible moves of checkers, because it's just binary. You're just moving back and forth. And so there are people that have memorized every way that you can play checkers, and so they either win or draw everything because they have memorized all of it.
How can you draw it? Can you draw in checkers?
I guess if you just continue to have one and you just circle each other, I don't
think
know.
you can. I don't think it's possible.
Oh well,
Like,
it may
I think
not.
you either like win or lose.
I
don't
think the
you can,
last
like-
time I played checkers, I was a 5th grader. So
You hadn't been to Cracker Barrel lately and played on that big rug.
I do the triangle game with the golf tees.
Oh, those.
Did you not hear? It closed.
What closed?
That Cracker Barrel in
Oh,
Jackson.
55?
It closed. Yeah, it's done.
I don't believe it.
It was on the news last week.
Man, why did they say why?
No idea. I just saw it closed.
I mean, I'm not a huge Cracker Barrel person.
Yeah, I
like their
can't-
breakfast is all right, but
So Buddy Elsie, my dad, used to take me and my brother every Saturday
the Cracker Barrel.
to Cracker Barrel because Nolan loved it. And so even like after football games, I get home at like midnight.
Yep.
Because I was a good kid and I didn't go party afterwards.
Yep.
We would wake up at 7 o'clock and go to Cracker Barrel, and I was like, "This is
Yeah,
the
I
worst."
didn't play anymore at that time, and hung out after the games. And I would not wake up at 7.
No. You weren't even managing then, were you?
Nah, I was done. I was working
Yeah.
at Liberty Park to
That's
actually make money.
That's
Yeah, because I said I'm going to go do what I'm doing here, but actually make money doing
That's
it.
true. That
Yeah,
and working with Vern was
it was great.
that was
Yeah.
better than anything else.
Yeah, it was great.
Wait, we never did my favorite stadium.
Yeah, those 2 years.
I think the coolest. Ooh, I haven't been to that many. I'm not like you. I haven't been to a whole lot. I went to the Cardinal Stadium, Anheuser-Busch Stadium.
Yep.
And it was pretty cool. It was a lot of beer, but
Shocking.
I know.
because it's sponsored by Budweiser.
I know. But they have you walk in and there's a huge, I don't even know what you would call it, it's a bar watching area
I thought
building.
you were talking about the arch.
No.
It's like there is a big arch.
There's this
that-
big thing. I almost said metal. We did go to the arch, but it's just a cool stadium. I like that one. I've been to the Braves' old stadium. I haven't been to their new one.
The new one's nice.
I haven't been to the new Duty Noble.
It's awesome.
That's what I hear.
I mean, I'm a fan of the old one, but the new one's great too.
One that I'll give honorable mention to is FC Dallas. We talked about this in another episode. When I was at our Beautiful Feet trip, I took our students to an MLS game. FC Dallas was playing the LA Galaxy in Frisco, Texas. But
That was cool.
the way that their stadium works is you walk in at ground level, and so it just looks like kind of like a big pavilion area. Like there's gates around it and some like one-story buildings, but you walk and everything is down. So you walk in at the top of the nosebleeds, and then you walk
down.
and then the field is like 200, 300 yards below you. And so when you're down there, it's just everyone's above you, and you're in this big hole, and it's just, and
That's pretty cool.
it was wild.
Soccer games are nuts.
They're nuts. They're nuts over here on the western side of the world. In Europe, they're even crazy.
No, they're like getting in fist fights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to watch a rugby match. I think that would be cool.
I've never seen a rugby match. I feel like that would be pretty nice.
I've watched like YouTube highlights, but like there's rugby in America. They're just not.
Yeah, but not down here.
No, not down here. But we should find one.
But we could start one.
Yeah, but then we have to play it. And I mean, I like my teeth where they are.
That's a valid point.
And I think they like get their ears ripped off.
What rugby are you watching?
I'm watching like the good ones.
You're watching like the national teams.
I'm watching, like New Zealand and England. England, it's huge. England and New Zealand are the two favorites.
That, and I've always wanted to go to a cricket game too. You know, they played over here in Madison a good
All the
bit.
time.
Yeah, over there on that field.
We
I've
have
always wanted to go play.
we have a church member that it was pre-COVID. I had him convinced to go teach all the students cricket, and I was gonna either rent or buy like cricket bats and all the things, and he was gonna try to explain it to me, and then COVID hit, and we just never got back to it.
So
But
one of our elders at our church, he's from India, and he plays a lot of cricket. And so we have a church softball team, and the first time we came out there, just to be funny, he got the bat on the barrel, like grabbed it on the barrel like this, and had the handle like he was going up to hit.
oh my god!
And the pitcher was so confused. It was
Do
hilarious.
you obviously know what I'm talking about with cricket?
Yeah, little bugs that rub their legs
Yes,
together.
thank you. So,
They were really good at catching fish too.
but watching his friend, the elder, play and he's been playing softball for years now, and he's actually pretty decent.
Yeah, because he's used to playing cricket.
Right. And
Don't
so,
throw it low and inside; he's gonna smoke it.
but in cricket, you hit it like down up, and watching him hit a softball, he doesn't swing it like someone who's played baseball their whole life. He swings it almost he
A
swings it
cricket bat.
exactly like a cricket bat, but it's almost like a weird like little golf check swing
So it's like a Happy Gilmore kind of situation.
without the steps.
Without the running, yeah.
But he hits well, and then he pitches really well. It's just interesting.
Have you ever tried to swing golf like a Happy Gilmore before?
Yeah, it never ends well.
Yeah, I do it every time I go, just for kicks and giggles.
Just to try it.
Yeah, because I'm terrible at golf.
Have you seen the guy on social media who does the one-handed loop swing?
I have seen that, and he smokes it.
He every time.
Yeah, it's impressive.
It's impressive.
It's like I used to, like, when I go to Top Golf, I try to Happy Gilmore so
Got
far
to.
I can hit it because, I mean, it's Top Golf.
How many people at Top Golf fall off the upper decks?
I don't know. It can't be that many because, like, there's enough room. And you would probably hear about it a lot
And there's
more
a
if it did.
net. But I'm thinking, like, how many people fall in the net?
Well, there's not a net on the balcony. It's on the sides. I don't think there's.
No, I think there's like a net
Oh, like at the very
Like a safety
little bit,
net,
like
yeah.
a little one. Yeah, that's true. I don't know.
because it's fully alcoholic open. It's not open bar, but it's like you can order
It's
drinks.
very expensive. Yeah.
Did you hear we're getting 2?
Nah, that one of them golf suites isn't coming.
Oh,
Yeah, because Top Golf decided they were going to come. Golf suites backed out.
I'd rather have Top Golf.
Yeah, Top Golf is going to be better, but it'll be like 5 years, I'm sure, before we get
I
it.
know it's gonna be terrible.
So if you could go to any sporting event, like any sporting event in the world, what would it be?
I'll tell you what it wouldn't be, and I'll work my way to it. It would not be a football game. There's a chance it's a baseball game.
I love baseball.
I love watching baseball.
Mm-hmm.
After going to an MLS soccer game, I'd be willing to go to an MLS soccer game. I think that if it was just one, I had one shot to go to a free whatever. I think going to Europe to watch a soccer game would probably be that'd probably be up there.
Like Man City, Man United,
Yeah.
something like that.
Something like that, or like there's a team in rugby called the All Blacks, and like watching them play would be really cool. What about you?
So, like, if I could pick one,
Sure,
and this is completely hypothetical,
absolutely.
but if Mississippi State ever made it to the national championship
Of football.
of football, yeah, because they won it in baseball.
Yep,
And I've been to Omaha. That's another one that I really enjoyed.
I've
was
never
Omaha.
been.
Yeah, I watched us play UCLA in the national championship. We lost, but it was still awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I was at camp with my students when we actually won the national championship, and I went crazy. It was the best day ever. We were watching on our phones. It was awesome. But if I could pick one, and it's completely hypothetical because it's probably never going to happen, but if Mississippi State was playing the national championship at football, I would be there.
You would make it happen.
I would make it happen. I'd figure out a way to get there.
I feel like most people in our area would say that though.
Yeah, that's true. If there was one that's like likely, like that I could just go to, it would probably be. Oh man, I've kind of always wanted to go to like Ohio State, Michigan, and like watch that game, or like
Like an old rivalry game.
yeah, or like Texas, Oklahoma, Red River Shootout.
Mm-hmm.
I would do that one.
Would
Really like college football.
if Mississippi State made it to a college playoff game?
Yeah, I'd go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I'd do that.
if they had a chance of making it to the show, you'd
Yeah,
go.
I'd go. I'd try.
Yeah,
I'd
you-
try my best.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd be like, okay, I would like get all of my resources together and be like, hey, I know that it's around Christmas time
Mm-hmm.
and my birthday's in March, so let's all come
Let's
together as
just-
a family
yep,
here.
let's pull
and
this.
let's pull it together and we can go. So that's kind of how. I
Would
do that,
you
yeah.
would you enjoy it the same if you could only get one ticket for yourself?
I mean, I would like to go with my family and friends.
Mhm.
Like that makes it more fun.
Mm-hmm.
But
But if it was national championship,
you can only do one ticket,
Yeah.
I would still go. Yeah.
you'd be like, I'd have a great time by myself.
Oh yeah, I'd be high fiving strangers. I wouldn't care. I'd be loving life, like especially if we were winning. If we were losing and I was by myself,
Yeah.
that would be, which is probably what would happen. Like we'd be TCU, Like we get there and then just get demolished, but we were there,
You were there.
and that counts.
That does. It means something to somebody, just not to me at all. So what I thought we would do for our main segment is I thought we would do a draft of your top 5 fringe sports. And so before we get started, we need to write down what is not a fringe sport. But then I figured we would just do a 3-person draft. We'll rock paper scissors, see who goes first, second, third, and then we'll see who has the best draft of like non-major sports.
Okay.
And I guarantee you we're going to offend some people because we're going to say a fringe sport that they consider a main sport, and then we're not going to pick something that they see that is their favorite. So I'm fully expecting to make people angry.
That's okay. Just if we do, I'll give out Logan's number at the end of this and his email, and you can.
And we already know
Talking
from
about
the
it,
get-go
great.
that Ford does not think cheerleading is a sport. And so
I didn't say that.
You did.
No,
You
I
did.
didn't. I said chess. I didn't say cheerleading.
Well, I'm just trying to make more people upset with you.
That's fine.
All right, Steven, I guess we need to write it down. We need to write down all the sports that are major sports to make sure we're all on the same page of what is a main sport.
I mean, basketball, baseball, soccer, football.
Hockey.
Gotta be hockey.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's 5 main sports.
Is there anything else that would be on that? Like golf?
Golf, yeah, golf's on there.
Like
That's not a
PGA.
fun sport, yeah.
Does NASCAR count?
Yeah,
It's big.
It is big. Yeah. Okay, we'll throw that one in there. That's 7.
I mean, I'm planning on going like fringe, like almost like you have to have another job and this.
Well, yeah, that's what a fringe sport is.
Yeah, tennis.
Okay,
That's a main
yeah,
sport.
Tennis, yeah. Okay, so no golf, no tennis, no NASCAR because those guys make bank.
Yeah. What do we think?
I think that's a good list.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there are some Olympic sports that are definitely fringe sports. So I
mean,
I
like
would
curling.
like yeah.
Like you could put I could play curling right now. I feel like that's
Yeah.
why I like watching it because I feel like I
Right.
can do it.
So Olympic sports are still on the table.
Where would you put stuff like X Games kind of stuff, like skate?
Ooh.
and all that.
All that's an Olympic sport.
Is it really?
Summer
Yeah.
Summer Olympics.
So it's on the table.
So that is a fringe sport, you'd think? Or is
Yes.
that main? Okay.
I would think so. You can make money doing it, but like other than Tony Hawk, I mean,
they make a lot of money.
they do. See,
I mean, I'm not into that world, but I feel like they make a lot
but
of
that's not I wouldn't call that a mainstream sport.
It was at one point, but it's not anymore.
The
money.
one
Tony Hawk skateboarder
the
game,
best,
Fantastic.
the
though,
best.
man, that game was awesome. I don't even like skateboarding, but I like
Swimming?
Fringe.
Okay, we're keeping it.
That's French sport.
Okay, we're just giving away our picks at this point. So
No, we hadn't given away my first pick.
Bowling.
French sport.
yeah, we're keeping it.
Yeah.
All right, and we're trying to come up with the best top 5, like the best sports.
Of like we each get 5.
Yeah.
Okay, and we're doing like
So there'll be
a draft
15
here.
total things picked.
Okay. Yeah, I like it.
All right. How do we pick who goes first? We just do rock, paper, scissors? Do you want to do like odd man out? Where like,
Well, I'm the guest here, so
fine, we'll let you go first.
okay.
Steven,
All right.
you, me, rock, paper, scissors. Best 2 out of 3.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay. Should we say what the thing is if it's audio?
Yeah. Logan threw scissors.
All
I
right.
threw paper.
But now instead of saying shoot, just say what your thing is. What your
I see. I see what
Yeah.
you're saying. Okay.
rock, paper, scissors, rock.
paper.
Dang it.
That's weird.
Rock,
Rock, paper, scissors, paper.
Yes.
That really throws.
It
That
kinda
really throws a kink in the. You know, it's like those things that like you're used to.
Yeah. And you're like, what are we doing?
You know, it's like when you like sometimes you get a word stuck in your head and you feel like it sounds wrong, but it doesn't.
I do that if I say the same word over and over and over and over, and then you're like,
And then you think like you mess it up.
yeah, you're like,
Yeah.
I'm not saying this word right. And turns out you
Yep.
just need to stop talking.
Yep.
All right. Ford, hit us with it. First overall pick.
Pickleball.
Ooh, a new up and comer.
Mm-hmm. It's an up and comer. It's fun. Anybody can play it, and they have professionals now, so you can make money doing it.
Me and Megan for a date night went to the RTC over here, Ridgeland Tennis Center,
Uh-huh.
and we wanted to play pickleball. Well, first off, There was one court available in the entire complex on a Thursday night.
Because it's rocking. It's a very fast paced.
It's rocking.
It's moving up in the world.
So we got out there and we had a court. We were just piddling around, whatever. And next to us it was two older couples playing like doubles. So it was 4 people total, and they were getting after it. They were, yeah, yeah. I mean, they were getting into it. And the median age of that group was about 70.
It doesn't count if you don't grunt after you hit.
No, absolutely.
I've never even actually played it. Like, I've had a buddy that's been wanting me to play for forever.
It's great. You would definitely like rip an ankle or something.
Yeah.
You got to take it easy.
Okay. We'll go play. But that's my first pick.
We'll go play.
I think it's a solid first pick.
Oh, gosh. My first pick is going to be, we didn't even talk about like European mainstream sports. I'm going to go with cricket because it's the worldwide pick.
Okay.
No, I didn't lock it in. I don't lock it in. I'm going with rugby.
Okay.
Because I don't know. I want it to be something that I would actually want to go see. And right now, not knowing the rules, I wouldn't want to go. So rugby is my first pick.
Cricket is very hard to understand.
You just run in a straight line.
Yeah, and the games can last for like hours.
Yes.
Like 10 hours.
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
It's like a real life Monopoly. Because Monopoly takes 5
I thought
ever.
Monopoly like Walmart Monopoly,
No.
not like Monopoly the game Monopoly.
Yes.
But I'm
Like-
I'm just confused, but now I'm back.
What's the conspiracy theory about Monopoly, man? The monocle.
Are you talking about the Mandela effect thing?
Yes. What is it with the Monopoly guy?
It's the monocle.
Yeah. You know about that?
No.
We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
All right. I'm locking in rugby.
Paintball.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That is a good one.
I love a good paintball game. But I like playing it like in the woods.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want
Not
to
like the
Speedball.
Yeah, like I want to go in the woods and
Yeah.
just have some paintball guns. And we used to do it in high school all the time. We'd
I'd
go out to
rather-
Madison and do it.
I'd rather play in the woods, but I'd probably rather watch speedball because it's just easier to.
Wait,
See, I
you
don't-
watched
yeah.
paintball?
Like I
would. It'd be fun.
don't think I would ever watch somebody play paintball.
No.
I mean,
Like I would play paintball.
if it was a televised event, and I was like, "Oh, there's a paintball match," I'll watch it for a minute.
A
You know?
minute.
But
okay,
like,
so are we choosing this by how we would play or watch? What's the
Oh, I don't know.
because that's a difference. Like I wouldn't watch a pickleball match, but I would go play it.
I think we're doing it by watchability.
Oh, well, now you tell me.
What did you say? What was your first one?
Pickleball.
I don't know. We're going for the best. If you can explain it in a way that makes it the best,
Okay.
both will be taken into consideration.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Who votes on this?
we do. We'll just decide who
Oh,
got.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm definitely going to win then. I mean, there's
No,
there's
not
no
a
question about it. All right, so it's my pick.
Yep. Second pick. Second round.
Okay.
I'm also shocked you didn't go archery. You didn't go with your favorite.
I know you guys aren't going to pick it.
But it was.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know archery is a competition. I do archery to shoot deer,
Yes.
but I like shooting my bow. But it's not like the bows that you shoot for archery.
I mean, I've shot compound. I've shot Olympic.
I was going to
recurve.
ask you if you shot longbow or compound.
It's recurve is the
Yeah,
actual
recurve.
term,
So
but
I
I'm a
apologize.
recurve guy. But I had an edgy streak for about 7 months where I shot compound.
Oh.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. But I'm
Did
Olympic
your friends
recurve.
make fun of you?
No, because we're in the South. Everybody shoots compound.
There you
How-
go. It's true.
So you grew up doing recurve?
Yeah.
Which is harder?
How did it feel when you? Because I've never shot a competition compound.
Yeah.
But how did it feel the first time when you pulled into that valley?
It's weird.
Because with the recurve, you're
Just-
holding
Yeah,
tension.
it's straight pull.
And then when you
same
do a
way.
compound, because of the cams, you just kind of you pull it, then you sit in that valley.
Yeah, it
Look
was.
at you using all those technical
I
terms.
know.
Man, that's
It's,
big time.
I'm into it.
It was weird. Because yeah, like you said, like a recurve's just a straight pull, same tension the whole time, and then with the compound, when you hit that about 3/4 pull,
Mm-hmm.
it's nothing. So yeah, it was different.
Never shot a recurve before.
I mean, I sounded good.
You
That was
did. I mean, that was impressive. That was real technical.
all right. So did you do
I
your
just pull
pick?
it back and shoot. I'm like deer. Let it fly.
Do you shoot left-handed?
Yeah.
I forget that you're left-handed.
Yeah. I can't close my left eye. So I have to shoot left-handed. Like, I mean, I can close it, but I can't
Like
you know,
focus
like-
it.
Yeah, I can't. No, I can't. Like,
You can't do this,
no, I can't do that.
huh?
Yeah, it's weird. But I write left-handed, so
Yeah. I mean, it worked out
yeah,
for
it worked
you.
out fine. Okay, so it's my pick.
Second pick.
All right, I'm going with disc golf.
Any
It's underrated.
and it's highly competitive.
It is highly competitive, which I'm a fan of.
Yeah.
I like golf, but I'm not any good at it.
Yeah.
And some of my students have recently picked up the sport, and I've gone to play with them out at the reservoir out there. I may have lost one or two frisbees in the water,
Of course.
but it was fun. And so I'm going with my strategy is it's competitive, it's fun, and really anybody can play it. And so pickleball, disc golf. That's where I'm going.
Yeah, we definitely are all doing different strategies here. So I think my second. Did you like come in with like a list? Like you were thinking about, it, or you just?
No, these are just off the top of my head.
Gosh, I'm struggling here. I'm gonna go with as my pick. I'm gonna do an Olympic sport. What's an Olympic sport?
It's off the top of my head because it's called Lost and Found, and you literally told me nothing about what we were going to talk about.
Yeah, but that was what makes it fun.
Yeah.
I like cliff diving. And I'll include like the Olympic high diving sport because it's the same thing. Have you seen the actual like cliff diving? It's a Red Bull sport.
No.
They go to these places and literally jump off of cliffs.
Into water?
Like yeah.
Well, I thought you meant it like those glider things.
No, not like base jumping. This is like cliff diving.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, it's like I want to say it's like 50 meters up, but
Yeah, no, I'm not
that may be way too tall. But it's very tall.
Dude, who goes with meters?
Because they do it in Europe and across the world. They don't just do it here.
Oh, yeah, but nobody knows what 50 meters is.
50 yards.
It's not 50 yards, 50 meters is not. Is that the same?
No, they're kind of the same. A meter is almost a yard.
So it's not 50 yards. It's probably like 45 yards.
In archery, we did there. I feel like I remember there was a time when we went from yards to meters, and I realized that is a big difference. Because when you're going from like 30 yards to 30 meters, big difference.
Well, like in a pool, so like lap swimming, you have 25 yard pools and 25 meter pools, or 50 yards, 50 meter, whatever. So you've got to know what kind of pool you're swimming in, and so I understand there's a difference, but they're relatively similar.
Okay, whatever you say.
Whatever. Steven, hit me with it. Second pick.
Dodgeball. It's fun to watch, fun to play. Specifically, like tournament rules, like where you've got the dodgeball movie, like that kind of those kind of rules.
Classic.
It's classic. It's
Classic
so
movie.
funny. So if somebody gets hit in the face in tournament rules, does that still count?
I was
Absolutely.
Okay.
I was literally about to ask
You're
that
gonna
question.
ask that question?
Yes.
Because I feel like, in youth ministry rules, you're like, okay, nobody hit each other in the face. But it's really actually kind of funny when they get hit in the
Absolutely.
face. And so I was like, in tournaments, if they get hit in the face, that should count.
That's why it's worth having the rule, because you laugh at them, but they get to stay in.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it works itself out.
Yeah, it does. Because sometimes you don't know where it's going. Like, it just happens.
That's right.
You can't help it. But the person that hits them in the face is out, which also makes it funny.
Wait, when you throw a headshot, you're out?
Yeah.
That's how you play?
Yeah.
Nah,
We're
dude.
cutthroat.
You stay in. You can hit people in the face all day and not get out.
We did that for a little while, and then people started to figure out that if they make their head the biggest target, then they can get people out that way. So they would just like crouch down and like move their head forward.
Your ministry plan was something else.
It was something else. We had like names for certain moves.
Look, you get so many people there. You teaching about Jesus?
He also made it sound like we don't do it now, meaning like I was the one who vetoed it, which was not the case.
No, it fell off. Everybody graduated and moved on.
That happens.
Yeah.
All right, Steven, third or second round pick. No, you just did yours.
Yeah, he did
so
his dodgeball.
it's your third round.
All right. Oh, man. I came out strong in my first two.
Yeah.
I feel like. I'm going to go with downhill skiing.
Oh, big fan.
Yeah, I love watching it. And I can ski. I don't think I could do that.
You like
But
the slalom where they're going through the flags?
Yeah. And then they wipe out. And that not always doesn't look great, but it's actually kind of cool to watch.
Yeah. They're going so fast.
Yes, very fast.
Like it looks like they're going fast, and then when you find out how fast they're actually going, you're like, oh man.
Yep.
And that's why when they fall, their knees usually just break in half.
Yep. So I'm going downhill skiing. So I got two like summer, sports, and this one's a winter.
What were my two? Cliff diving and rugby. Okay, I'm with it. I'm going in a certain direction here, so I'm going to stick with the direction. I'm going to go with a sport that a lot of you guys will think is fringe, but everywhere else, not just like in Europe and Asia and stuff like that, but even here, some people are nuts about it. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Cycling.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
That's good.
people freak, and there's mountain biking, there's cross country, there's road cycling, there's all kinds of stuff.
You know, there's like 350-mile bike races.
Oh yeah,
And they like don't sleep.
yes.
Like it's like a day and a half long.
So there's one around here. It's called the I don't know what it's like the 444. And what it is you start in Nashville and you ride your bike down the Natchez Trace to Natchez. It's 444 miles.
Yeah, no.
And
I ain't doing that.
And they do it like you pull over the side of the road and like take a nap in your chase vehicle, like the van that's supporting you, and you just take a nap, get up, ride. People do it in like 2 days. It's crazy.
I'm not doing that.
Think about how your butt would feel.
It'd be tough.
Yeah.
Where do
Cycling.
they go to the bathroom?
I think you just walk in the woods, or
And just
do
go, huh?
do your business.
I mean, you have to like keep toilet paper and stuff on you, like if that happens.
Are there
I mean,
are
like,
there
have
any rest?
compartments in your bike that you can?
Yeah,
keep
they
some
have
stuff?
they have like frame bags
Okay.
and
All right,
different
well,
things like
makes
that.
sense. Because
There-
I mean, you're gonna need that, but there
but
are rest stops.
There
yeah.
are rest stops on the
Yeah,
trace.
Yeah, there's a few.
There's just not any between Clinton and Madison.
No, there's one. Right? No, there's one
Like
going
an
up
actual-
from Madison to like Kosciuszko. There's
Oh,
a few
okay.
that way. Yeah,
I'm thinking about like an actual building with the bathroom.
yeah. There's a few.
There's
the
one
way
on
up.
the
There's one on the Pearl.
yeah, but there's also that one that's right like you're trying to get from the Trace to Rice Road. There's that little building.
Yeah, there is that one. Does it have a bathroom in it?
It's got they put like a gotta go trailer,
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
a porta potty trailer.
Maybe that's where they stop. But it's cycling.
Cycling, nailed it.
Hmm.
I feel like my sports aren't really fringe sports; they're just more worldwide sports. Y'all are actually doing good fringe sports, though.
Which is the assignment.
I know. I realize that I'm losing.
You're the host
here.
of this podcast.
I'm doing sports that excite me, and so my fringe sports, whatever. I'm excited about.
He
it.
does cycle.
I do cycle.
How the ribs?
Fencing.
Fencing, they are better.
They're better?
Yeah, they're
Okay,
good.
good.
Fencing.
That is a deaf friend sport.
Yeah.
I
You
don't
have to be really rich.
I
to
don't.
play that.
Yes, I don't know anyone who fences. I've never watched a fencing match that wasn't in a movie.
I was gonna say the same thing.
And in the movie, they always go like first blood, and then they stop fencing and they just do sword fights.
That sounds great.
I mean, it looks cool. I'd do it. I'd play.
Yeah.
I'd try it out.
I try it. Yeah, you have protective gear.
I'd try anything. Besides the diving thing, I'm not doing that.
I just, you know what? I got one. My fourth pick.
This is your third pick. No.
No, I just did mine because I did
Yeah.
cycling.
Oh yeah. Okay. So this is my
but
fourth
what
pick.
you just said made me think of one.
Okay. All right. Oh man, my fourth pick. I had one in my mind and I lost it.
I got mine. Please don't take it because you're gonna love mine.
What do I want my fourth pick to be? Surfing.
Ooh, see, now you went a different direction.
Yeah. Yeah. I changed strategies because I can't surf,
Mm.
but I've always kind of liked to. Like it looks.
But like,
cool.
if you were in Hawaii, you would go to like
I
a
would
surf
try.
class
Yeah,
or
I would
something.
try. Yeah.
Is that what they call it? Surf class? Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Surf lesson.
Lesson. That's the
Lesson.
word I was looking
Yeah.
for.
Is that's a sport, right?
Surfing's
Oh, yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
a sport.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
All right. Yeah. So I'm going. So pickleball. Disc golf.
Disc golf,
Slope.
downhill skiing.
Downhill skiing. That's it. And surfing. Those are my four right now.
That's good.
Yep.
My fourth, rodeo,
Oh yeah.
with an emphasis on bull riding.
Okay, I do like yours a lot. You do know
my
me, so you know
my
that I
first
love
thought was bull riding, but then I thought I'm just gonna go ahead and take rodeo.
that. There's not a. You can't just rodeo. Like they specify in certain things.
Yeah, but are we gonna really split hairs?
Well, it's a fringe sport. Rodeo is not a sport. The different things in rodeo are a sport.
Okay.
Right?
I'll allow it.
Okay. So yes, you have to specify.
Well, the one that I think is the coolest, I won't even say that. The one that's the gnarliest is bull riding.
No, of course.
I
Main
would
event.
I would never ride a bull.
No.
Ever. there's no part of me, not even an iota, that
No.
wants to ride a bull.
Neither, but I appreciate the guys that do.
Yes. My favorite event is team roping.
Really?
The fact that they do the heel guys are just
Yeah,
to
that's
me,
impressive.
I know it's just a technique and you practice it and you learn it and whatever, but it's two guys working together, or girls. Are there any? Is there a
Yeah,
girl?
sure, yeah.
Sure, I'm sure there is. There's two people working together and they're team roping this calf. And I just think like the second guy to me, I can't do either of them. But to me, your dude gets the horns and the next person just throws it under, snatches it, and they do it in 7 seconds.
You know, we had a buddy in high school that did that.
What's his first name?
John Hart.
Oh yeah,
He
Cat-
did, and he rode bareback too in a rodeo one time. It was hilarious. I went and watched him. It was pretty awesome.
I do, and honorable mention would be Broncos, the guys who ride broncs. I think that's cool.
Yeah, so I think I would do steer wrestling.
See, this is why I wanted to say all rodeo because it's all awesome.
Yeah, I would want to do steer wrestling only because now this may irritate some people, but the fat guys usually steer wrestle.
Because you're throwing your weight around.
Yeah, and I'm a fat guy, and so I feel like steer wrestling would be right up my alley. I don't really feel real comfortable about jumping off a horse and landing on a steer that has horns.
And they get off quick.
Yeah, they do, and you have to literally lift up a cow.
Yeah.
So
It's a small cow.
yeah, but I mean,
yeah.
still, it's a cow.
I'm not trying to take anything away from them, but it's for someone who doesn't know, they're not picking up like a big old joker.
Yeah, but it's also dead weight.
that is true. That's true.
It's got to be at least 200 pounds.
I'm not taking anything away from them.
But
just
most
saying.
of the big guys are
Yeah.
usually steer wrestlers because I feel like if a big guy gets on a bull, he can't buck as hard, because he's a big guy.
I didn't think about that. Another great reason for me to not ride bulls.
Yeah. Well, he wouldn't buck as hard, so it may be easier for you. I doubt it, but
I doubt it.
it's possible.
But like I can even get behind barrel racing. Some people are like, that's a
Yeah.
girl sport. I'm like, those girls are flying.
They are flying. Those are fun, and they can do it in like under 15 seconds.
It's crazy.
It's impressive.
I
I
lo-
love the rodeo.
It's awesome. Do you see there's one coming in like July? It's like
Where?
at the Coliseum. It's like a Killebrew Memorial thingamajig.
Oh, we're gonna have to go.
I'll look at the stuff.
All right, let me look, and we'll go.
So do I have to pick
Yeah, you have to pick. You can't-
bull riding?
Okay, all right.
It's not my favorite. My favorite event is team roping, but if I had to pick one for this draft, I'm going bull riding.
But they have like PBR, professional bull riding.
Yeah, so
And that's all they do. They tour and just bull ride. It's pretty awesome. But in the DC National,
They
they
do-
used to do bull riding after the concert, which I hated.
no,
Because
that's
you had to stay
yeah.
for the concert, and it's too loud, and it's
Yeah.
too loud in there. The
I don't-
acoustics are terrible, and so I would have to stay. So I go watch bull ride. But now they do it before the concert, and so I get to watch all the rodeo, and I may stay for a song, and then I'll leave.
Yeah, bull riding PBR, hook 'em.
I'm waiting for this to be deemed not a sport, but
By us or by the world in general?
by the ruling that we have been using.
Okay,
Okay,
we'll
all right.
veto
So-
if we
so-
need to.
Drone racing.
Not a sport.
Okay. It's fun to watch. That's why.
That's a thing.
Oh yeah.
But it's not like your camera drone. Like these things go like 50 miles an hour.
Well, yeah, but they have to have a camera on it so they can see. Right?
Yeah. They
But
usually have like a VR headset, and
Yeah.
they're like flying the drone.
But it's
So they're like it makes them look like they're actually in the drone.
yeah,
It's fun to
That's
watch.
pretty cool.
It's
I
a-
would do that.
it's cool.
That'd be fun. I'd crash
But-
it.
But it's
we
basically
are-
playing a video game.
But we are saying not a sport.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a sport. That's like a video game.
Okay,
Yeah.
retry.
Okay. Archery.
You rounded with it. I like it.
Yeah.
He ended
I
up-
got one more, don't I?
You do have one more.
Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, because this is my
Top
shit.
5.
Okay, number 5. I went surfing last. I only got one winter sport. I'm gonna go with curling. Not so much that it's fun to watch, but I feel like it would be fun to play, kind of like bocce ball or cornhole. Nope, I take it back. Scratch it. Cornhole.
It's exploded recently.
Yeah,
By
it's
recent.
competitive. I'm going cornhole. I love cornhole, so I'm
And-
doing that.
And like it's the ultimate good old boy game.
Yep.
Like tailgate game, whatever you want to call it.
Absolutely.
But those professionals are so good.
Oh yeah,
They know exactly where it's going.
yeah. So when we go to camp, we have a cornhole tournament
Mhm.
every year, and some kids bring like their own custom-made beanbags.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do, and I make fun of them.
Are they
every year.
homeschool?
No, they're not my kids. It's some other kids. I don't know 'em. But I still make fun of them because I think it's funny.
Not that we'd ever make fun of homeschoolers.
Were you homeschooled?
I was homeschooled.
Oh.
Yeah. And I make fun of homeschoolers.
Well, you know, that's
Yeah, you
understandable.
gotta laugh at yourself.
You got to. You got to.
They say that.
Yeah. So my 5, are you going to recap them after we're all done?
No, go ahead and recap it, and then we'll
Okay.
do a full recap.
All right, so my 5 were pickleball,
Mm-hmm.
big up-and-comer, disc golf,
Mm-hmm.
downhill skiing,
Mm-hmm.
surfing, and cornhole.
I'm going to go in the same vein of cornhole. I feel like it's the same kind of person.
Horseshoes.
No.
Hmm.
Professional fishing.
Ooh,
I was thinking of that one.
man, that's a good one. I should have picked that one.
Major League Fishing, Bassmaster,
I love fishing.
all of them.
I love fishing.
Did you hear about the walleye fraud people?
Yeah, they were putting weights in the fish.
Did you hear about it?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
So, obviously, fishing, the way that you win is you weigh the fish. And there's different ways. Some tournaments, it's the number of fish, but your standard is you have a weight. You have a certain number of fish that you catch. You can catch at most this number of fish, and whoever has the most weight total wins.
Yeah, and so if they get one that's bigger, they can throw the other one that's in the live well back.
You keep, like, let's say
The
your
whole thing.
top 5 heaviest fish.
Yeah.
There was a tournament. There was a walleye tournament up, I'm assuming up north. I don't
Gotta
really know where it was. And there was these partners that were just winning every tournament. And, you know, some people get hot, and some people are just like the Kevin Van Dams who just win everything.
Mm-hmm.
But these guys came out of nowhere, and they were winning thousands and thousands of dollars. And it was started to get kind of weird, kind of get fishy, as they say. And people thought they were cheating, but it was really hard to kind of catch them. And so,
Man, all the
oh, that was
That was a good one.
unintended. There we
I
go.
was like,
I'm on a
huh?
roll. And I won't be able to come up with another one. And
Well, you
so
didn't come up with that one. It just
that
happened.
is true. So basically, at a weigh-in, they cornered them, and they said the size of these fish, there's no way they weigh as much as they are.
So they were casting doubt.
There we go.
Yeah.
And so they cut them open, and what they had been doing is they would catch these walleye, and they would shove lead weights. They would shove walleye fillets, so like, you know, fillets from another fish into it, and just pack these fish out. And like, it was this huge scandal where they were just like, they had cheated bad.
Yeah, they got kicked out and got their boat taken. A lot of things happened.
A lot of things. It was
It
crazy.
was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a whole thing.
Sounds like a real scandal.
Stop. Stop. So
He's
my
been thinking over there the whole
Yeah,
time.
the whole
since
time.
You said you couldn't think of any more.
So I said, what did I say? I said rugby, cliff diving, cycling, professional bull riding, and professional fishing. I'm pretty happy with that.
Out of all of those, I think the one that would be the most fun would be professional fishing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mixed martial arts.
Oh gosh.
I can narrow it down, maybe.
You need to narrow it down for me, because if you say UFC, that's one thing. But if you're thinking like Taekwondo tournaments, I don't know if I can give. I mean, you can obviously
Boxing.
have it. What?
Ooh,
Boxing.
Yeah. This is like rodeo. You can't just say all martial arts. Boxing that's a big one.
I would not want to do that.
No.
I've been in a fight before, and it's not very much fun.
You and me are a couple of softies.
Yeah,
That's not our game.
I don't like getting hit in the face. But you,
I don't enjoy getting hit in the face.
but you watch it. Like, do you watch UFC
I
and boxing and stuff?
No, but I would. Like, I don't watch any sports, but I
So what do you watch on TV if you don't watch sports?
I don't really. I had the switching backwards.
You're like a show movie guy.
I'm a show movie guy. Yeah.
Well, I like shows and movies.
I watch a lot of YouTube.
Hmm.
Learn a lot of stuff.
YouTube.
I like that.
Yeah.
Like, what's your favorite movie? Just like,
Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
was it? It was too
You're
far
doing
away.
great.
Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
Yeah.
Never seen it.
It's great.
Ford's not the person to be having Scott Pilgrim movie reviews with, because that's not the kind of movies you watch.
What's it about?
It's based on a comic.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
But it's by what's the director's name?
Edgar Wright.
Who he does these really like creative, I say weird in a good way. Weird movies that are very intricate.
He has a very particular directing style where you can tell it's one of his movies.
Will like come out in theaters?
Have you seen
never heard of
Have
it.
you seen Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz,
You're
Baby
not on
Driver.
your face anymore.
Baby Driver? Oh, I was waiting for your response.
Oh, but no, I've never seen any of those.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
he did all of those. He's a great director.
Well, I'm gonna have to watch it now.
You would
This is like one movie. There's not like multiple. It's not like Marvel when I gotta go like watch.
No.
Like
No, no,
40.
no.
they're all completely different movies.
The
Oh,
comic
okay.
that Scott Pilgrim was based on was a Fringe comic. Like it was a
Ah,
you would like Baby Driver.
Baby Driver's great.
It's an action movie. It's like a heist like bank robber movie.
yeah, I would like that.
If you were gonna pick one that I think you would like, it'd be Baby
I'm
Driver.
all about shoot 'em ups.
This
Yeah,
is that
love
one.
westerns, but I watch sports. But my favorite movie. That's hard.
Remember the Titans.
Well, it is Remember the Titans. I do love that movie, but there's so many other good ones too.
That is true. It's hard for me to do a favorite movie.
Yeah,
I could do like favorite action movies of the last 10 years. I don't know if I could do just like a
no, that's
favorite
good. Like
movie.
Braveheart's really good. Patriots really good. You know, those are good.
The Mel
But
Gibson line.
If you had, I'm guessing you're a Marvel guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I was.
You're not anymore. Their movies lately have been terrible.
But Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was phenomenal.
It was very good. That was the best one they've made since
Infinity War.
after Endgame.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your favorite one?
Out of the Marvel movies?
Yeah.
Original Iron Man.
No, definitely Guardians of the Galaxy 1.
Okay, so the first one. That's the first Marvel movie I've ever saw.
So Ford was like a zero Marvel movie anything.
Yeah.
For most, I mean, Guardians came out relatively late in that first phase or whatever they called it.
Yeah.
And so, but when he got to his current church, he's surrounded by a bunch of nerds, and they were like, "You gotta watch these movies." And Ford was like, "I'm not watching these nerd movies." And then he got started, and then he likes them now.
Yeah. Well, I like most of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my wife got her wisdom teeth out, and one of my students had all the DVDs, and so I just watched all the ones up to then.
Yeah.
And then now I've kind of kept up with it, and like I go watch them with some students and stuff, and so it's good. I did just watch Doctor Strange 2. Terrible.
Hated that one.
It was terrible.
Bad.
And I also watched.
I heard it was bad.
It was
real
real
bad.
bad.
It was really bad. And then I watched Ant-Man and the Wasp, the new one, and it wasn't great.
The Quantum, whatever.
Quantum Realm, yeah.
Quantumania.
Quantumania, yeah. It wasn't.
I like the Ant-Man ones, but I think it's really
Yeah.
just because I like Paul Rudd.
Yeah, he's good. The Ant-Man's great. But my favorite one's probably. I don't know how we got on this subject. And
You took us there.
did I?
Yeah.
My favorite one is probably Captain America: Winter Soldier.
That's what most people say is objectively the best one.
Yeah,
It's just a
it's,
Fantastic
it's
movie.
just solid.
yeah.
Winter Soldier.
The second one.
Not Civil War.
It's Bucky.
But like, okay.
I mean, it's always Bucky
Yeah,
with him, but it's the one where Bucky was
I
alive.
I tried really really hard to like the limited series with Bucky and what's his face.
was-
When he-
Oh yeah,
It was
it was
awful.
awful.
I tried.
Falcon.
Winter Soldier.
Falcon.
What's the
Winter
name of
Soldier.
the show though?
Falcon
Falcon
Winter
Winter
Soldier.
Soldier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried really hard to like it and just did not enjoy
Yeah,
it.
I liked it better than I liked some of the other ones.
Well, I haven't watched many of them. After Endgame, I've stopped watching completely.
That's about where I am.
You would like Baby Driver. You don't even have to watch the movie. You can go and watch. Just Google Baby Driver opening scene, and it's a car chase scene, and that's the best part of the movie.
It's really big on diegetic music. So the music that you're hearing as an audience member is happening for the characters. So the getaway driver listens to tapes of music, and that's like he's in the zone when he's listening to music, and so he drives to the music. And so that first scene is what's the song? Bell Bottoms by the Blues Explosion or something, and the whole drive is set to that song.
and you
it's
called
really
that what?
diegetic.
Yeah, I'm glad you explained that for Ford.
Yeah, because I had no idea what that
yeah,
was.
I definitely knew what that was.
I also-
I'm glad, but yeah,
don't know about artists or song names.
no.
I just like if I hear a song, I'm like, oh, it's nice. I'll sing it. I don't know anything.
Yeah.
You know what I need to do for the next guest
Yeah.
is get Tyler in here. You know, me and Tyler were already in here, and we
Yeah.
did Sam's versus Costco Foods, which was great. But get Tyler to do like top Christian worship songs.
He wouldn't know any of them.
This guy is a minister of the gospel who's in a Baptist church, and he's not joking. He can't tell you a single Christian artist. Like
It's pretty. It's impressive.
I
really.
think he knows who Chris Tomlin is.
Yeah.
I couldn't name any that are new.
He can't name any.
And he's not kidding. Like it's the
Yeah.
thing.
Like, he
so
just-
was Costco or Sam's better?
It was complicated.
Sam's.
It's complicated.
Overall, Sam's had a better experience because
Okay.
we ordered everything. The churro from Sam's was absolute trash.
That's disappointing.
I like the hot dog more. I think Tyler and Steven like the Costco dog more.
It was a toss-up, though. It was close.
The pizza was interesting because the Costco had less cheese and more sauce.
Oh, I'm definitely on Sam's then.
Me and Steven did not like a lot of sauce.
Yeah.
Tyler was like, I'm very picky about how much I love pizza sauce.
Yeah.
So he like it. It was. We went into it saying Costco is a for sure, and to me, Sam's won. It was very interesting.
Sam's also has soft pretzels, and Costco doesn't, so that's a big get for Sam's.
That's
Yeah.
true.
I like shopping at Costco more.
The problem is that Visa thing, where you have to have a Visa.
That is true.
But anyway,
We are at an hour,
sweet.
so
Review your top 5, and then
paintball, dodgeball, fencing, archery, boxing. Nearly all of those are combat sports. We're walking away from my day of sports really hurt.
yeah, you're very aggressive. I did not foresee that. So I think we all think that we all have the best. Like we each think that we picked the best one. So what we'll do is we'll just say if you're on YouTube, or if you're on Spotify, you can go and like leave a comment. You can leave like a Q&A comment thing now. So really, if you're listening on either of those, you can just comment and say what is the best, or what fringe sport is the best, or maybe there's a fringe sport that should not be a fringe sport. Like I feel like if we were not in Southeastern America and we were anywhere else in the world, I feel like people would be mad at me saying that rugby is not a fringe sport. The same with cycling or whatever.
But do they get to vote? Like if they vote, and like let's just say there's like 4 votes,
Yeah,
and 3 of them pick me, and 1 of them pick you.
you'll be the winner.
Right.
Right.
Which then means you buy my lunch.
That's fine. So what
If you win, I'll buy your lunch.
So what we can do?
What if I win?
I'll buy your lunch.
So what we can do is they can comment 1 for you.
Yeah.
They can comment 2 for me, 3 for Steven. And so we'll just tally up how many 1s, 2s, or 3s we have.
Winner gets lunch.
Winner gets lunch.
Yeah.
And it'll be great. Which is that gambling or betting?
No, that's just a wager among friends.
Yeah. Let's just not think about it. It'll be fine.
It's fine. Right.
Yeah, it's not gambling.
It's fringe, so it fits along with the podcast.
That's true.
Yeah.
We had at my previous church, I was going to take people to Geyser Falls, which is a water park.
Yeah, it's owned by the casinos. Couldn't go.
And well, I didn't know that at the time. But I was telling my kids we were going to go to Geyser Falls, and one of my middle schoolers said, he said, "I can't go to that place. That's blood money." And I was like, "What does that even mean?" He says, "That I don't know, but I just know my grandfather said I can't ever go because it's filled with blood money." And turns out his grandfather was like a chairman of deacons, and his whole thing was it was connected to the casinos.
There you go.
And I guess casino money is blood money.
It's a fun water park.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
It's a good one. It beat Rapids.
That wasn't hard.
That wasn't hard.
Multiple times you would find Band-Aids and diapers in the wave pool at Rapids.
And stuff that was supposed to be in the diapers that wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
It was great.
Did you ever go to Rapids?
I went to Rapids, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all local boys. We know it.
I love it.
All right. Steven, any last words? Things that we need to just clear up, talk about?
I'm not an aggressive person.
I think you're
No.
He likes
draft.
watching people be aggressive.
Yes.
There's entertainment in that, yes. I like action movies, so the idea of watching combat sports is entertaining to me. And I just try to forget that people are getting hurt.
We just detach.
Good way to look at it.
Ford, anything you want people to know? Last thoughts? Anything at all?
Yeah, just vote number 1 so I get a free lunch.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, that's it.
It's good.
And just remember, like, a fringe sport is like something that everybody wants to play, and I feel like most of mine, everybody can play.
You went like less professional, more the everyman sport.
I did, besides surfing and downhill skiing.
Yeah,
Those 2 are the outliers.
So almost 50%.
Yeah,
but I like to ski.
me too, but are you going to go downhill skiing?
I think I could.
Well, everybody downhill skis
That is true
because
you don't
you're
uphill
literally
ski.
going, downhill.
That's
but
why I would say I think I can downhill. I think I could like that course. I could do that course. It would obviously be 10 times slower.
20.
You never see me ski.
Yeah, but those are Olympic athletes. Like,
But if they're going 60 miles an hour,
you think you can go 30?
no. But 10 times would mean I'm going 10 times slower. Mean I'm going 6 miles an hour.
Oh, okay, yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, but I think you go faster than that.
I go faster than that.
I'd like to see it though.
We should go skiing. Joint youth group church ski trip.
That would be fun.
We'd have kids dropping like flies.
Yeah.
That would be.
So I
terrible.
did go on a church trip one time skiing. Side note, and one of our people like smoked this girl. I'm talking, ran her slap over.
Yep.
Because he didn't know how to stop, and he was going straight down and didn't turn, and was like yelling at everybody to get out of the way. This girl couldn't get out of the way fast enough.
The
I'm talking,
best thing.
Steven would have loved it because
Combat.
he would have loved it.
The
Yeah.
best thing you can do when you see someone doing that is just knock them over.
Yeah.
Like you're just praying that they fall because otherwise they're just going to go till they hit the bottom or somebody.
And we kept yelling, just fall over,
Yes.
just fall over. But he was too scared, and
Yeah.
he was
He was moving.
he was moving. He was moving. Yeah, it ended.
There's
it ended
nothing
bad.
like when you yard sail while you're skiing, when you just lose everything
Been there.
and you're just sliding, and then eventually you stop and you're like, I didn't die. This is great.
Yeah, and then you got to get all your stuff.
That's
that
the
part's
worst.
Not fun. Yeah, like when you have one ski and the other ski's halfway up
Yes.
the mountain, and you're like sidestepping all the way up because nobody's cordial enough to stop and get your
Yes.
ski for you.
The worst. All right. We'll wrap up. The reason why we do this is we hope you are watching this from anywhere. If you saw it from a clip and you clicked on the main thing, that's even better. And so if you look around, especially if you're on YouTube, there's all other kinds of different videos we have. There's choir talks. There's old Ridgecrest podcast episodes. There's live streams of the sermon. There's live streams of students on Wednesday night. There's all kinds of stuff you can watch. Steven, are we putting out anything else right now new besides live streams?
Right now, no. Just choir talks and live streams and this podcast.
Yeah. So especially like if you just wanted like a quick Devo style video, choir talks is a great option. It's usually around 10 minutes.
Yeah, 7 to 10.
Quick, easy. It's a great thing to look at. And it kind of shows just what we're about at Ridgecrest. Other than that, we'll get out of here.
All right. Vote number 3 so that these guys can live with the knowledge that they lost a sports draft to a guy that knows nothing about sports.
That's
Fringe
right.
Sports.
Fringe Sports.
But we
1,
get to go to lunch.
2, 3. See you later.